Welcome back to WGLNA Season 2, Week number 3, Day number 2. Our next match will be No Limit versus Cunninghams. Cunninghams, they're 5-1. Their only loss to Fulcrum Gaming. Their wins against Bernal Empires, Game Over, Pubstars, Capfast Nation, and Wreak Havoc. No Limit is currently 3-3. Their wins are up against War and Peace, Cazadores, and Hammer Time. Their losses, Simple Tankers, Simplistic, and River of Blood. This will be the final match tonight for Cunninghams. And I think win or lose, they're going to be in the running for Las Vegas. They will go there. And if it's a loss, it may be a tie between the two. But if it's pretty much the first and second team that are tied, I think they automatically go. It's more
maybe they'll tie break for seeding. I don't even know if they'll tie break for seeding. I really don't even. I don't. But they're
that's
guaranteed.
That's an admin question.
Yeah, I don't see a way. There's third, fourth, and fifth are all tied with 7 points. Fulcrum Gaming has 12. Cunningham's has 15. I don't see a way that any of the 7 points Game Over. No, Game Over can't. Game Over can end the season with. Game Over has only 5 games played.
So one tonight, one tomorrow.
Yeah. So if they got 6 points added to 7, you only get 13. They can only end the season with 13 points max. They have to win both. So they cannot overtake the Cunninghams. The Cunninghams will go to Vegas. It's
so
fantastic.
Game Over. So if Cunninghams win tonight and Fulcrum wins their next 2 matches, Game Over could be playing for 3rd place then.
Yes, pretty much. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our face-off. No Limit versus Cunninghams. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Yeah. All right, hey, Martin, we're going to start with you since you just got your webcam set up, wherever it was placed. Yeah. You 5-1. You've performed very well. The top team right now in your division. Your thoughts, your feelings moving into week number 3. Are you already packing for Vegas right now?
Some of us have booked our flights already because
cheaper flights.
It's cheaper flights, though not a lot. As Canadians, it's still kind of the same cost throughout the year, but we'll see. I don't know. We're kind of feeling it as it goes. We always felt we could do this well, and we're kind of annoyed that we have that one loss. So we're looking forward to Vegas.
All right. And I'm sure you're looking forward to not be seated against Fulcrum Gaming.
Yes.
In the round of Vegas for Vegas.
Yes and no. We would like to have a little rematch for this last loss. But we got kind of unlucky there. Messed up.
No Limits, jump on over to you. You have 1 match tonight, obviously, against the Cunninghams, and then tomorrow night you're 3-3. How desperately do you want to be 5-3 by the end of week number 3?
Well, actually, this one tonight's only our last one, so best we could do is 4-3. So,
oh, okay. Oh, yes,
yeah,
of course.
so,
I apologize. 7 matches.
So this
today.
is actually it'll be a key match for us, but we had a warm-up earlier. We had that monthly challenge going on, or the weekly challenge going on, so we did pretty good in that. So we're all pretty warmed up. Our spirits are high. We're definitely coming in this pretty hot, I'd say. So I think we'll make it pretty interesting.
Coming in hot, right on. Now, you guys did have that marathon week the first week, which is why I thought you had extra matches, but no, this is your last match tonight. Well, you had 6 hard-hitting matches altogether, and with this last final match, I think this is very fitting to be up against the Cunninghams. Both teams here very talented. So, Blasey, do you have any words for the Cunninghams before we start this match?
No, good luck out there, and either way for you guys, we'll hopefully see you guys in Vegas. So.
Yeah. All right, hey Martin, anything to respond?
I don't have a prop today. I'm a little disorganized. I'm sorry. I'll try to make it up to you in Vegas or something.
Okay, great. I'm sure you've probably read all the books that you use as props.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
So actually, funny story about that textbook. I figured out today that I have the wrong textbook for that course.
Awkward.
Oh, are you able to return it for a full refund?
No.
Of course not.
You're just going to have to sell it back to the book brokers for about $10.
Welcome to college, Martin. I recommend you use half.com. That'll help you out. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out who has the higher seed. It will be Cunningham's. Heads or tails on the coin flip?
Heads.
Heads will be the call, and it is heads. Martin, you get to choose map or defer.
Himmelsdorf.
Himmelsdorf will be the first map choice. No Limit. What will be the spawn location?
We'll be south.
South will be Blasey, No Limit. Cunningham's taking the north side for Martin. Gentlemen, both a pleasure to have you and your teams here in the league for Season 2. Best of luck in this match and in the future.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Taking a look At these lineups, 3 AMX 5100s and 2 IS-3s for the Cunninghams, whereas No Limit has decided to kind of flip that one around. 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s.
No Limit will be spawning in the red to the south, and the north, as you see in the blue, that will be the Cunninghams. Now again, the Cunninghams have only had 1 loss, and that was up against the #1 team from Season 1, Fulcrum Gaming. No Limit has had a pretty even road, honestly, as even as it gets, 3-3. But their performance, they've had some tough matches and some tough losses this season. But they are a bit of a new team, and I don't mean new just forming. They do have members from a previous team that they were called Scurry Hard. But one of their leaders no longer with them, Blasey taking over, and now they're performing to the best that they can, still trying to, I think, get some traction as a team and continue to move forward, because that is the only direction to go, Ruko.
Well, No Limit certainly does have some good traction in this map, as they have put a solid hit on Silent Demise from the Cunninghams. The Cunninghams a little bit down in hit points right now. They've already started off with less hit points from 5100s, and now they have an IS-3 down to 1137. Blasey and Silent Demise are squaring off across the middle of the map, just trying to snipe each other's turrets out. There's a very small window for either of them to actually make a solid hit, and Silent Demise actually got hit before getting into the position that he's currently in. Got another shot, not connecting with Blasey. And actually we're seeing, it looked like No Limit wanted to push up Tank Alley.
They wanted to, and that's still a possibility for them, but that's going to be up to Floppy Giraffe. Nice shots ringing out from Blasey and Silent Demise. Not sure if that one was able to hit, though.
No connection.
But he's staying in that quadrant, in that section, right through that window, trying to line up another shot against that IS-3. If he does trade a blow with him, the IS-3 from Silent Demise will be at more of a disadvantage because of the HP difference right now. But Floppy Giraffe still staying alive, and the 5100 is scouted. Countess is able to see Blasey, and he will not have a shot on him, but Blasey understands, hey, guess what, guys? They're past our courtyard. We are going to have to reconfigure our strategy, go into defense mode, or 2 of the tanks could push to the top and try to get one of the caps, but that would be a gamble and leave them a little bit vulnerable to the south.
Aim Martin has taken some serious damage, actually, while we were talking. He's down to 7 hit points, and he squared off against it must be Static? Or is it a Floppy Giraffe? It must be a Floppy Giraffe.
It's Static. No, excuse me, it's a Floppy Giraffe, but
who?
Taka001 is able to take down Floppy Giraffe. Static is the one that's on the hill, and he's up against Baguk. Baguk in the T1 is spotted, but no fire has landed for each of those teams, T1s that are still on the field. At least the one for No Limit. No Limit now streaming their tanks into the very south, trying to set up different avenues, lanes of fire.
They see that cap hug. They see the cap pressure and the potential from the Cunninghams, and they're getting prepped. This is actually one of the few times we're actually seeing this happen, where teams are actually being able to predict and get ahead. But Silent Demise is predicting and getting ahead, as he is going to land a shot on Squirrel Tag, as members of No Limit are just coming in a very awkward push to the north of the Cunningham's position.
I like this, though, because they're in the courtyard, which sets up 2 lanes of fire. And that first lane is going to...
ammo rack!
You can't stop there, Picnic Basket, but Blasey does get the ammo rack, and he has to move forward along with Squirrel Tag, and now they're going to get some serious shots on one of the 5100s. The isolation of the 5100s has proven to be one of the best tactics to use in any type of engagement in a generalist sense, and because of that, now the huge autoloader of that 5100 is going to be cut off, and now Trireme is the next one out in the open in a section where 3 of the heavy tanks from No Limit can clean him up. Picnic Basket try to line up another shot against him, and will he be able to land it? He does. 274 to Trireme. Tofu Smurf and Blasey are going to be in a hold down position at least for a second. Blasey at only 30 HP. Just try to stay in that section, but Tofu Smurf and Picnic Basket are going to move to the other section, and Tofu Smurf gets the kill against Trireme.
At the same time, Blasey has gone down to Taka, and Militant 83 is now facing off against Taka. I don't know if Taka still has shells loaded. No idea. No, Taka is empty. And now Taka will take a hit, and there goes Baguk taking down a T1. Now Squirrel Tag is rejoining the fight. He will be reloaded shortly, and he will help the Picnic Basket face off and possibly finish off Militant. Picnic Basket bouncing and taken down to 252 by Militant 83.
Militant 83 has one more shot until Picnic Basket goes down, and there's going to be a final shot from Picnic Basket right before Militant gets that fire. Oh, now Squirrel Tag has enough, and he's going to be able to clean him up with one more hit. And he does it. Now only 1 tank left alive. His name is Baguk. and he is going to be chased away from Tofu Smurf and Squirrel Tag. Beautiful play of isolating those AMX 5100s, and I like the push of the courtyard using that southern flank of the buildings of the courtyard as a stopgap, if you will.
And there's Squirrel Tag.
And he takes him out. No Limit takes battle number 1 here against the Cunninghams.
Look at these tank lineups. We have two 5100s, two IS-3s, and an Object 416 from the Cunninghams, and we'll have the same lineup
Mirror
from
matchup.
Lime up.
No lime up.
Getting tongue-tied all night tonight.
Put the lime in the coconuts.
Shake it all up.
Let's go ahead and see what type of aggression we could be seeing out of the top team from the north side. That is the Cunninghams. And it looks like they're going to get...
No Limit's going to shake it up.
They're going to go... What? East? What? East?
Yes.
Are they going to go east?
They are going east. And there are 4 of their series heading to the east. We have Blind Fire out of Blasey to the
Nice
north.
shot. No, he's spotted. He sees Silent Demise. That was not Blind Fire.
Where is Silent? Oh, I didn't even see Silent Demise back there. What a shot right through the window. I'm going to look at where that penned. Where was that?
We still...
Right on the top of his turret.
We still have a lot of Blind Fire still happening, though, from the IS-3s and Blasey shooting right down
Look at
that alleyway.
Look at that shot.
Nice. Right in the...
Heat shells, man. Heat shells.
Right in the weaker part of the IS-3's
Yeah.
turret.
That is, it's a
armor
very
plate
thin
to the
plate of
top.
armor.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's a hard shot to make.
I wonder
but
why that was. Maybe it's because the crew could get out that way. I'm not sure.
I don't
there
think-
wasn't a
no.
door there when I jumped in the IS-3.
No, it's just a thinner plate. It's just not as thick. It's well sloped, so you can get bounces, I guess. But I guess they just didn't think about it. And now when we're in game, we get to analyze all the weak spots of tanks and learn them all.
Well, it looks
as
like
pros, so-
Cunninghams is assessing the information they do not have, which there's no tanks that have been spotted on the west side. So they're thinking, well, this might be a east side push. And Static is able to spot an Object 416 with comps and Trireme in the 5100.
When did Blasey take hits? He's down to... He's
I
lost
think
some
it's just been Blind Fire going down the
I
way, but
saw-
he is able to see some more shots, and Trireme takes another hit in the 5100. The push in is going to come in from No Limit, and Son of Hail and Picnic Basket in the IS-3s are going to commit. And who are they going to commit on? They're going to commit on the tank that has the lowest amount of HP and can do the most amount of damage.
I
That's
saw
the
an IS-3 just
5100.
bounce on a 5100. Trireme gets a few bounces, and luckily there are IS-3s. Comps takes down Son of Hail, but it looks like Comps is going to be the next one to fall.
Tofu Smurf is able to assist in that kill. Squirrel Tag cleans up comps. And now this comes down to a very close hug play. A Martin and the T1 still going to try to command this battle. Silent Demise takes down Static, and the 5100 Squirrel Tag will be exposed to some T1 fire from A Martin. But now here come the IS-3s around the corner. Picnic Basket having a one-on-one between Silent Demise. Tofu Smurf looked like that shot didn't ring very true against wow, Taka 001 in the 5100 gets a kill against Tofu. Now Squirrel Tag in the remaining 5100 misses again a shot against Militant 83.
And yeah, Silent Demise that will square off with Picnic Basket. Picnic Basket hasn't taken any hits, but he will bounce on Silent Demise, and Silent Demise will finally make a connection onto Picnic Basket. Silent Demise did look the other way and was looking towards Squirrel Tag, putting a hit and bringing him down to 41 hit points. Militant, though, will be left alone, and it looks like Blasey's going to help out against Silent Demise. He's brought down to 40 hit points. Blasey probably going to be the one to finish him off.
He can take his time as the reload happens for the IS-3. He does get him. Squirrel Tag in the 5100 is going to be chasing down Militant 83. Picnic Basket and Blasey have the shots. Militant fires into Picnic Basket. He gets the kill, but Blasey is able to get return fires. Squirrel Tag saying, hey, open up for a shot. You know what? No, I'm going to go around the building. A beautiful hit by Blasey. This Object 416, this new tank that has been added from the last patch, is performing so well in the hands of these pros. Blasey gets the kill, and one tank left alive, Baguk. This is incredible. No Limit, again, is going to take this battle. They're going to be one battle away from being 4-3 in league play and bringing the Cunninghams 5-2 in the end. But Baguk got 42
remember
hit
how
points.
River of Blood did this. There's still a chance for No Limit to come, for Cunninghams to come back
Oh,
in
of
this
course
series.
there is.
Always a chance. Not over yet, but victory, No Limit.
Fuck's sake.
All right. 3 T-69s, 2 1390s, a lull tractor for the Cunninghams. On the other side of Pershing, 2 T-69s, 1390, and a WZ-132 for No Limit.
The WZ-132 by Blasey. You know, Soviet says no, no, no. Blasey says yes, yes, yes. And hopefully Blasey can perform well again in this tank. He has performed very well. And we're going to see what type of position he's going to take initially up to the hillside. Better traverse speed than the 1390. Can turn circles around that tank and around other tanks as well. And ooh, I was going to say nice shot, but did not connect against Militant 83. I like the position he's in, though, but he's going to keep some of the turrets pointed towards him. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. A Martin is trying to land a hit against him. He won't in the T1, but one shot does ring out. I think it's from Comps, the T-69 from far away. And a beautiful shot it was, doing a significant amount of damage and hitting right into the side of this hole there.
Ooh, that could be an ammo rack hit on the WZ-132. Did you hear anything from him?
I heard a ping.
That's it? All right, you would have got a notification if his ammo rack was hit. It's a rather sensitive ammo rack on the WZ-132, much like a lot of Russian tanks, which the WZ-132 is designed after. It's just got a really weak ammo rack on the right side, in the turret. It's just...
And fuel tanks as well.
And the fuel tanks will go up like no other. It's a rather sensitive piece of...
It's what you get for speed. It's kind of like the A-Wing in Star Wars. You know, it was light, couldn't take that much damage, but it did take down the giant Star Destroyer. The Executor? No, is that the one that Darth Vader was on?
I don't know if an A-Wing's actually the only responsible
It was
tank.
the Executor.
Was it responsible solely for that?
Yeah, it crashed into the command post.
Yeah, but that should
And the guy's like, it's coming right for us. All 4 power. And it's and the guy's screaming and he crashed into the bridge.
Oh yeah, and it had the full loadout still, and that's why
it started
did
to fire, and then it started to crumble
I remember
down.
having an argument about why that shouldn't have blown it up, because, come on, it's got shields. It's got
Hey, you could say the same thing about why a
deflector shields.
Thermal exhaust port on a giant space station
Shouldn't
could
be the only
initiate
weakness.
a trigger effect of explosions to destroy the biggest.
And then the second Death Star, you have
Station
they
of
made
all
it
time.
bigger. They decided let's make it easier to fly in.
Well, they had it flying. in.
Yeah, but they made it easier.
No matter what you do, Randall, there's always a weakness to it.
And there's always a weakness to these strats.
That's
we have
right.
A Martin going down. There's a weakness right there.
Picnic Basket takes him down, and that is going to be one tank for the eyes and ears. And here we go, as Blasey is still able to try to scout out. It's going to be a little bit of a standstill. Here. T-69, Taka 001 misses against Blasey. Blasey does not return fire.
Doesn't get a chance. Doesn't have that gun depression. WZ-132 does not have fantastic gun depression. And Taka in his T-69 does. So Taka can put all sorts of shots out on Blasey, whereas Blasey's going to have to put himself in a more exposed position on flatter ground to try and put any return fire on Taka or Militant 83 in the T-69s in the middle of the map.
Better than on floppy ground. That's where Floppy Giraffe is right now, to the very north side of this island. He's not going to be able to do much in this section here, but if he tries to move away from the lighthouse side.
Have they set a trap for members of the Cunninghams? I think so, because you see No Limit members, the No Limit members in the south, that you're looking at right now, these T-69s are not spotted. And as other members of No Limit take fire elsewhere, I feel like the Cunninghams are going to want to move forward, and that will allow members of No Limit, these T-69s, to just rip apart some tank, some poor unsuspecting tank, as he goes into the open.
It's very true, and not having that T1 is maybe part of the bait of not having him out there to say, well, if nobody's out here, nobody's spotting us, we can move forward, guys, and then to come around the corner just in time. But that hill play is going to be happening here for... Ooh, nice shot by Blasey right into Militant 83. Beautiful hit, as he is 1 or 2 shots away from getting destroyed.
Now, Militant 83 did take hits, and in those hits, he actually got numerous critical modules damage, his ammo rack being one of those. And he will have to burn a kit for that.
Tofu Smurf in the Pershing going to be pushing up, leading the charge here, taking a shot into the T-69. Blasey's going to wait behind him. Beautiful play from No Limit, using the Pershing to absorb those initial shots with this push. Militant 83 is 1 shot away from being destroyed, and now the T-69 Taka doesn't know who to point his turret at. Blasey's going to get behind Taka 001. Tofu Smurf in the Pershing is going to try to line up another shot, and another hit comes from No Limit against Taka 001. They do have the hill control, and Static can stay up here and get in a great position in that groove to point down in his tank. but the Pershing is going to unload. And on the other side, Randall, is the push from No Limit.
Yeah, Picnic Basket and Scroll Tag are going up against Silent Demise and Comms. Silent Demise is getting focused down to 147, and there he goes down. Comms is all alone and reloading right now. He has no real hope. These T-69s are going to have a field day with him. They still should have 1 or 2 shots apiece, and there Comms is just going to get ripped apart. Floppy Giraffe is even going to come and join the party.
That's right. One more shot, and Squirrel Tag will go down. Oh, Comps destroyed Floppy Giraffe. At what cost? Tofu Smurf gets the final hit, though. The only one left alive is Baguk. Son of Hail could find him and get the last kill in season play
Son
for
of Hail
No
will
Limit.
find him, and they'll square off. Son of Hail going to burst him down.
Oh, and he does it. Son of Hail gets the last kill. No Limit takes it 3-0 against Cunninghams, the top team in WGLNA for Season 2. No Limit showing they still got some teeth, they still got some fire, and they want to make it to Vegas. A beautiful play by them, and when it comes to a story, No Limit, they were having some difficulty this season compared to last season, just a little bit harder fights for them, and today they finished strong.
Very strong. That will leave them with 10 points to finish out the season. Now, there's a chance Game Over or Pubstars could also win some battles, come back to 10 points. Game Over could even surpass them. But with the way it's looking, it doesn't look like, no, they are pretty much guaranteed at least that 4th, 5th matches, the face-offs there. And we hope to see them in Vegas.
Yeah, they still have a little bit more to go depending on some of the performances of other teams here and how all the standings match up. Now, the math will be calculated, obviously. But let's talk about the Cunninghams. Yes, they just did have a loss here, 0-3, but they're going to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And they're going to prepare for that, obviously. They're going to scrimmage. They're going to hone their skills. They're going to look back, I believe, throughout the season and see their performances, see what went wrong, what went right, especially up against Fulcrum Gaming, because that is one of the 2 teams to look out for. You always want to kind of look and see who are going to be my major obstacles, and that's going to be Fulcrum and Simp. But part of the mentality of some of these teams, where yes, they focus on Fulcrum and Simp so much for Season 2, they did not expect teams like Game Over, or teams like No Limit, or teams like River of Blood to start coming back and making those wins later in the season.
Really surprising turnout. Cunninghams didn't even take a single one. They didn't take a single battle. And that's the most surprising part about this. No Limit, very decisive win against Cunninghams, who were on top. Now Fulcrum Gaming actually has a chance to come back and overcome them as far as seeding.
It is possible. It is possible. Let's go ahead and jump into a quick interview with the Cunningham star, Abe Martin, as he is going to go to Las Vegas. Now, you're going to be flying all the way from Canada, Abe Martin. I'm sure you're good to go for all your passports, correct?
Yeah. Last season I got my passport the day before, so I'm all prepared this season.
The day before.
This will be much better.
Wow, that's great. All right, so you just finished your entire season for season number 2. You guys went 5-2. Tough loss against No Limit there, but let's talk more about your team's performance overall. You guys surprised everyone with your performance. Are you surprised, or is this like, hey, this is what we could do, it's just our time to shine, and we were able to shine?
I think we're actually a little disappointed. We don't feel this record's really much of an improvement on last season. Last season we were 4-3, and we lost our first game playing absolutely terribly against EC. So 5-2 for us is pretty much bare minimum. So we're hoping to...
Oh, he appears to have frozen up for a moment there.
Oh, no. Hopefully we'll get him back on the call here in just a second. It's like Canada was like, no, your passport's not in. Now it's in. It's our government that was shut down, not Canada.
It's okay. It's back up and running. We're all good to go.
It is.
So he sounded disappointed, though. He sounded like they were disappointed. That's high expectations, and that's healthy. You should definitely be thinking that way as a competitive team, letting yourself say, yeah, we've had the acceptable number of losses.
Sufficient
number of losses. Yeah, and the sufficient number of wins. We'll be going to Vegas. That's enough, right? No, you want to go for the top. You want to prove that you're the best. And Cunninghams have proved that they're definitely one of the top teams, and they deserve to go to Vegas. Their record shows it. Their record shows in the end that there are other teams that can contend with them. And we've just learned No Limit can contend with them, and we might see No Limit in Vegas. But Cunningham's just a really strong play. I really liked it. Today, maybe it was an off day. It did look a little off.
It's possible. I mean, that is possible, and it's better to have an off day when you're pretty much seeded to go to Vegas than to perform very, very, very big. And also, it's kind of being on top, right? You're not struggling to get to the top, and the mentality of some of these teams are, hey guys, we don't have to scrimmage tonight because it's no limit, so we'll be okay. And then they're like, wow, well, we need to scrimmage a little bit more and see what went wrong there, because this could repeat itself at the finals. Money is on the line. $25,000 for second place, $50,000 for first. And as we saw with Simp versus Fulcrum Gaming, the one shot that missed, which cost $25,000. So Cunninghams, A. Martin can be thinking, hey, that one scrimmage we missed, that's going to cost us a better seed in Las Vegas. Go ahead and jump back into our Skype call with A. Martin. Apologize for losing you there. Anyways, A. Martin, go ahead and continue what you were saying.
Where did I leave you?
Disappointed, I think.
Yeah, your record of 5-2, disappointed. You had a loss against EC in the beginning of season 1. And that's where you left off.
So last season we felt we should have been at least 5-2, and so this season we felt we should improve on that mark.
Hoping for a perfect record, or maybe just that 6-1 being what you're looking for. Oh, he's frozen again. Okay, damn it.
Okay, my internet.
Not too good.
I don't know why, but it lagged out in one of the matches after I was dead, and then I guess it's kind of.
Well, at least it didn't lag out during the match when it was super important.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why we have you until you lose internet again? Real quickly, what would you like to say on behalf of your team, to all of your fans that have been watching, and to any messages for any of the teams you're going to be facing in Las Vegas?
Everyone should come out to Vegas. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to bring our A game there. I mean, no offense, No Limit, but I'm sorry, guys, we did not bring our A game today, and we would have liked to give you better matches than you got. So, better games in Vegas.
All right, and where can people follow Cunninghams on Twitter or any other social media?
We have a Twitter account at @Cunninghams. We have a Twitch channel that we have not streamed on yet, but we hopefully will soon. That's about it. But follow us on Twitter at @Cunninghams, and we're lots of share of account games, so just catch us in pubs. We'll give out lots of gold.
All right, A. Martin, a pleasure to see you as always. We'll see you in Las Vegas. Congratulations. And we lost him again. No, I'm just kidding. So, Cunningham's unfortunate loss for them against No Limit, but the story still continues for No Limit, as we are going to find out what's going to happen with the seeding for the rest of today and for tomorrow. Then after that on Sunday, it's going to be tiebreakers and playoffs. No Limit's going to be crossing their fingers to see where they're going to place, and after that, I'm sure they're still in that game mode, in that zone right now, still thinking, okay, how can we do better? How can we be prepared for any tiebreakers or potential playoff games we're going to have to play this weekend?
Yeah, they have the nice luxury, though, of having finished off. They should be finished. I don't think they're going to see any tiebreakers. It's possible, I think, but unlikely. And they're going to have the luxury of being able to sit back, watch the broadcast, study their opponents for the next few days, and then from there, maybe prepare and tailor their strats for Vegas, where they're going to be able to, of course, face off against these guys and have that prep. That prep work is very important, being able to know what your opponent's going to do, understand what they're going to bring, because there's some weird strats that we see in very dynamic styles from a few different teams.
Right, 2 KV5s could be a logical strat. It worked for Simplistic. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. But as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, please join us November 16th and 17th in Las Vegas for the Season 2 finals for World of Tanks. And it's going to be a lot of fun, as A. Martin said. You can actually register right now for your hotel room. More information will be at WGLNA.com. But the promo code to use is WARGAME, WARGAME. And after we take this halftime break, we're going to have 2 more matches for you tonight. The first one is going to be Fulcrum Gaming versus Game Over. After that, Simple Tankers versus Cazadores. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WGLNA.